Yo, people, welcome back to the Fix. Quick Fix, that is. It's 420. Happy 420 day. Maybe an explanation behind some of the things you may be seeing right now. Before we get to that, though, at least before we get to explaining what Quick Fix is all about, Javi, tell them who Quick Fix is brought to them by.
I don't know who you are.
I mean, I'm Naro.
Like, what's this?
What's what?
What's this?
What?
What's going on here today?
We're just fitting into the mold of the average Jamaicans.
Look weird.
Choppers.
But can't take it serious now.
Why you say it so? You
Well,
say it
everybody
so
a chop
stupid.
now, right?
You say it so
From the
stupid.
common man to
I'm
the
chopping.
top of top.
I'm chopping.
Yeah, I'm chopping.
Even
You're
I
so
know
not
that
Gentle
sounds
people.
fucked. Even I know that sounds fucked.
Yeah, I mean,
Why?
yeah.
See? Wait, yes.
You say me look like a bike man or deliver. No. I'm a gangster.
Nah, you're
No.
a gangster nerd. Not even fix good. Like, why your right eye looks so?
Why they never help me
Come
with
on,
this?
you never rehearsed this?
No, we didn't rehearse this. You only could have helped though. God though. Y'all are mean. Who's Quick Fix brought to them by?
Quick Fix is brought to you by Prism Marketing Consultants, the public relations and media platform catering to the Caribbean diaspora. Now, Quick Fix is a run-up of the news that we've missed in the week, so we're gonna get started. What?
We're having a
I should
stare
be shaking
off.
my head like, what's happening here? Ari, where's Ari?
I'm living in the darkness.
Dwell.
One schemas.
Because I live in the darkness, I don't know dwell. Why for dwell?
All right, let's go, Jobs. Let's go.
Woo! Well, I hope you guys weren't involved in this because 3 individuals, including Andrew Wright, a prominent event promoter, have been arrested and charged by the major organized crime and anti-corruption agency, MOCA, in connection with a massive $222 million fraud scheme at the Institute of Sports, Insports, between 2011 and 2017. Wright, along with his alleged co-conspirators, Rudolph Barnes and O'Neill Hope, who are former Insports employees, allegedly participated in the writing, signing, and encashing of fraudulent checks for individuals who were not affiliated with the organization as employees or contractors. Insports reportedly uncovered the suspected fraud and other irregularities during a financial records examination in 2017, leading to a report to MOCA and an ensuing investigation. The 3 individuals have been charged with a range of offenses, including conspiracy to defraud, larceny as a servant, acquisition, use, and possession of criminal property, and engaging in transactions involving criminal property. Wow. So we just know that we've seen another story about fraud. What do you guys have to say about this?
Go to the person who more look like a criminal. She's in all black too. Go to her first.
Guys.
All right. How am I gonna be serious now with this thing? But no, it's a serious issue. It's a serious issue. When I first heard the story, all that came to mind was me and my friends are gonna be at Chug It.
Yes.
Like the amount of times it played that, jeez Louise, you feel say? I'm like, yeah, it makes sense because nobody not have money for run ads, so clearly you needed somewhere to put that money, cause jeez. But
It was a lot.
No, trust me, it was a lot. But it's clear that MOCA is working. I was even saying to myself, the FBI look like them seem to work now too. Cause remember they're here or supposed to be here. I don't know.
Yeah.
More on that
you
issue.
Didn't want them here.
But you know, it's the fraud is not no fraud has been happening. Let's just we know that, we accept that, and I'm glad that sometimes, like, you know, because I remember one time to him that there was a news story with all this coming out, they reminded us that his account was frozen and he was like suing the government. I think that was a headline that came out today. He was suing the government for freezing his account. So turn out that no, they charged him. They did the work. It was a lot of work from 2017, 18
to
no,
17.
but them sent it to Mocha in 2017. So it happened between 2011 to 2017. But they sent after an internal investigation and realized there's something really happening, and they sent it to Mocha for them to do them criminal investigations. So that was 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So it may be 6 long years, but then finally, like it culminates today. So let's see. This is really just the beginning, not the end, because they have to go through court trials, proceeding and all that. They've retained one of them retained Peter Champagne. He's at the dancehall, the go-to dancehall lawyer, it seems like. But this is just the beginning. So let's see really what's happening, what is true, what is false, what's fiction, what is facts, and let's take it from there. But I guess again, like, gonna keep on. I say fuck Mocha. Mocha is like,
Mocha, do them job.
I'm coming for you. Coming for you. So let's see what happens from here. This is, as I said, this is just the beginning.
As you said, this is just the beginning, Ari, which would want you to think and ponder if it's that Insports is still riddled with these sort of problems.
I've not to cut you, but Minister Green, she did comment on that.
And I was going to get to that. She did say that, when the government came into power in 2016, that they saw some irregularities when they did some audits on all these things, and she's presenting the front that all is well now. Is it? I just raised that question now because this seems like I don't know if a new government coming into place is just going to sweep away all the issues that came before it. I'm accusing them of anything, or being a part of any wrongdoing. But you just want to. I just ponder if there's still any lingering, things there that is being covered up by some higher ups.
So I guess what you're saying is like it's systemic, which is clear. I agree with that. Like, especially for them to go along for what they did for so long. Clearly, higher people knew what was happening and whatever. But I take the word of Miss Grange at face value, because truly, if it wasn't, it wouldn't have gone to Mocha. It wouldn't have. Like, if everybody benefited and higher ups benefited from it, and still are benefiting from it, they wouldn't want this to end, the gravy train to end. So I'm taking it at face value. But you're right. I accept that it is systemic, and
Well, the money that was quoted, a whole heap of money. The charges.
Little bit of money that move your shit.
Sorry. And the charges that have been levied are some serious charges. All we can say right now, and say it with me, people, let's just wait and see what falls from these charges. All else I can say right now is that I think the bestie is having a grand time right now. She has a broad smile.
Who?
The bestie.
Why?
Remember she had her problems with them.
Oh, and them same people that rascal.
Yeah. The bestie has a broad smile. Big up to the bestie.
Yeah. No, but fraud is like, we've been known. Like, I mean, people, I saw a comment the other day that. I'm gonna take it.
She just can't keep it
Y'all
on.
like gangster, man.
I see no gang that don't talk. That never trust sheep on a robbery.
Yeah, if you do it quickly,
Remember that Jumbo. Make these goddamn
Take up
bags.
fucking math.
can't even see.
Can't breathe this fucking thing.
Me and my wife spent all this time on this fucking math. You're fucking ungrateful. I'm going the fuck home.
That's Ari.
Stop, guys.
Just bleep out their bottle.
I'm gonna. Let me be serious.
Yes.
No, somebody made a comment, but like, I wish people, they said all the banning on the songs, but I wish the government had the same energy for actually stopping the fraud. And I'm like hoping this would answer their question. Like, it is like, it's systemic. We have this hustling culture. It's ingrained in us. Like everybody hustle. We always see that we need to one up each other, you know, and it's been happening from legitimately.
And it doesn't matter your socio-economic status.
Exactly.
From the common man to the man them who
Yeah.
the boardrooms.
Yeah.
It's they're all doing it.
Exactly.
They're all doing it.
Exactly. So, you know, it's and MOCA need to work, the government need to work. So this is one way to do that. So we can't stop you because there's a movie that said like, you know, stop you from committing the crime, but you can't really tell who's going to commit the crimes, but at least there are policies and laws in place that if you commit the crime, you're held to account, and this is one way to be held at account. And I think we even need to go further, like other government agencies, like government people, like him probably just a high up the hierarchy, but there's more because allow for him. So in sport, like people probably knew it was happening, but it was like this probably big open secret. So who allowed for it to be this rogue agency? Why was it allowed to operate without any oversight? And who was in charge at the time for this
If
to
all
happen?
these allegations are
So
true, of course.
the like people, it goes further and it needs to go further and make sure not only he's held accountable, but other people, especially in government, need to be held accountable.
Indeed,
Singapore recently sent one of them government ministers for selling toner printer, and he must sell it underneath the table and then send him to prison. And Singapore is way ahead and advanced, and one way for sure democracy is if you hold not only everybody but the government officials to account, and we need to start doing that for real.
So there have been no convictions yet, so let us see where this
Wait
goes,
and
man.
see.
Let us wait and see.
That's all we can
That's
do.
all we can do right now.
Yep. Alrighty, moving on.
Like I was saying, Bestie must feel vindicated right now. You know?
All right, moving on. So the Bridgeport Police Department, BPD, has apprehended Derek Francis, the main suspect in the murder of Brianna Destiny McCoy, daughter of renowned Jamaican sound system operator Ricky Trooper. Francis, 40 years old, was arrested in Ohio and is expected to be extradited to Connecticut, where he will be charged with McCoy's murder. McCoy, found dead on April 6, was shot in the Coachlight Square condominium complex, where she lived with her infant who was unharmed. The police had launched a manhunt for Francis following the discovery of the slaying. The authorities had declared Francis to be armed and dangerous. Francis's bond has been set at $3 million, and the police have not yet provided any further details about the case. Ah boy, this story is just horrible.
Yeah.
But
Very, very horrible, very sad.
I'm glad they have the suspect now.
Yeah, and I just want to say on behalf of the whole entire Fix, my heart goes out to Ricky Trooper. We haven't been able to speak on this story since it broke. We did leave a message under one of his posts, just sending him some strength. I believe right now, him and his entire family, they're in the mode of justice right now.
Yeah.
And I know, there's nothing that can be done to bring her back, but we can just hope and pray that justice, some form of justice, is had, and that this perpetrator is put deep behind a cell, because for something like this, for him to do something, for anybody to do something like this, heartless.
Yeah.
Heartless.
Cool
We have enough cases of men, committing these acts to women, and I just want to bring up this to you. You hear, like, of some people who speak out against certain things out there about certain people's private lives, but you don't really hear them speak much about this. You know what I mean? And how this is a thing that should be talked to and talked about with our men hurting our women. And I don't really hear them voice as loud. I just find that really peculiar, all what go on. But hear them voice loud about other things. Supposed to know the voices out there, who I'm referring to. Oh yeah, I just hope that justice at the end of the day is brought, to the fore. That's a really sad story.
Definitely.
Heart goes out again to heart and strength and prayers goes out to Ricky Trooper and his family.
Yeah, I mean, my mom always say it is the hardest thing, is the worst thing to bury a child. Or no parent wants to bury their child, and I can imagine what I can't imagine, but I can really and truly sympathize with what he's going through. Like, it's devastating, and to lose your child in such a malicious horrific, violent way, it only compounds the grief. She was young. I read that he's 40, so there seemed to be an age gap there. But
she had a child.
Like, there is just compounded grief on top of grief. And I guess because Ricky Trooper is in the public eye, his story would be amplified more. But as I reiterate what you said, Nara, like, we need to find way to have proper conflict resolution. Like, you can have a disagreement with somebody without it resorting to violence. And if you find out, and whatever the case may be, whatever his excuse may be, he's wrong or her wrong and he's wrong, like, it's not computing. What I feel like she cheat on him and she disrespect him, whatever, for her to lose her life over something for whatever reason he deemed to be a slight, it makes no sense. It don't work out. And so men need to find a way to properly resolve their issues. It's like, you can't always fly into fits of rage. It don't work. And if you have to fly into fits of rage, it ending tragically and violent will never be the answer. It should not be the answer. It should not be a go-to. So find ways to cope, find ways to communicate. I'm like children, like, the only children are sad, happy, and angry. Like, those are the three, or hungry is not an emotion, but still, like, those are the three main components of children. But the older we get, the more that we communicate the complex feelings that we have, and we should be able to, men should be able to. So I know we went into something else, and because it's an offspring of something else, but truly, like, I can't even imagine what Ricky's going through. And all I can say is I'm sorry, and sending love to the family, and just hope that you get the strength to deal with this, because it really is raw right now, trust me. But yeah, men, just find better ways to deal with an emotion. Violence is never the way. Truly, it isn't.
So the doctor, Beenie Man, is using his influence to rally support for cancer patient Pinky, the sister of his former spouse, dancehall queen Carlene Smith. On Tuesday morning, the veteran DJ took to his Instagram story to share the Pinky Initiative, a campaign geared towards raising funds for the pop culture figure who is battling stage 4 breast cancer in the lymph nodes. We have a thing we are work with, the Beenie Man Foundation, called the Pinky Initiative. He started. Now, Pinky is one of the first dancehall woman, because he's Carlene's sister, and because she's the first dancehall queen. Anyway, she have cancer, and we need to save her. We can save her, but we need $50,000. So, to all my fans and well-wishers, if you have $1 or a $5, may I tell you, just send it, he said. So donations can be made on the Beenie Man Foundation Instagram page. That's at Beenie Man FBNJA, by clicking the link in the bio. So you guys can head on over there and make your donations.
Yeah. That's another sad story. We're really ending on a high, but no, cancer is hard to deal with.
I hate cancer.
Yeah, it's the worst. And I can imagine what Carlene is going through, but good on Beenie Man for coming in, and him and Bounty Killer, they've done a concert together in order to raise funds to help her with the battle. I know it's a very expensive process that they're about to undertake, or they've been undergoing, because I know it's not just recently she's been diagnosed. But just if there's any way that you can support, is there any way that you can contribute, because it really isn't a cheap thing. It's not easy. And guys, funny enough, I'm being recruited to sell insurance. I understand the value of insurance, because if a case like this, would help the cost of it. So guys, if you're healthy now, don't think you're gonna be healthy forever. Get insured, even if it's a little something, and then when you get better and in a much more stable position, you increase that insurance. But you'd never want to be going through this and having to be asking for help in this sort of way. Like, always if you're insurable, get insurance, and you never, it's better to not need it and have it than to need it and don't have it. So and trust me, it takes as little as $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month. You cut down on a one party in order to help you. So it's not just death, but if you have like cancer or heart disease or any surgery that you have to undergo, they have plans that can help you with this. So just think about that as well while you think of donating and helping Pinky.
Shout out to Beenie, man.
For sure.
As you say, Ari, this is an expensive endeavor, and for the people them that are out there on social media that have the sentiment of, oh, you're rich, why you not deal with it yourself? Why you beg people?
It's crazy.
Why don't you shut up?
Oh,
People out there just lack empathy. Why in this situation would you fix your lip or even fix on your fingers them?
For
time. If you know have nothing good for say about this, don't say nothing. I'm sure the man has spent thousands of dollars.
You probably, you don't even know what he has done.
Endeavor.
Yeah.
And if it's that other people can rally around and him can get other people to rally around and to help, why not?
Yeah, because he can't do it alone.
Exactly.
Carlene couldn't do it alone. You don't know, like they've probably done all that they can, and instead of it like being this whole like a gigantuan task on them, like if people can help.
My thing is, instead of pocket watching, is either I gonna help or not, but just shut up if you not do that. That's the problem with some man who just love type.
Yeah.
Or just trigger happy with enough finger them. You know what I mean? But again, big up to Beenie, man. I know that we say like we have a running joke, so it seems like every 2 months him dip on the camera apologize to for something or apologize to somebody, and all of this like, you know what I mean?
But for this cause,
there's nothing that can be said other than positivity, and kudos to him, man. If you can support and help, do that. Salute to Beenie, man. I also want to shout out World Dog and Swissley. I believe they've been helping and the girl named Brittany. I believe that they were on social media trying to help someone with a certain ailment. I can't remember what it is, but I think I saw a clip of it. And this just came to mind while speaking about this topic, and it seemed like they're doing a good deed there. So big them up for that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Using their platform positively.
For
True.
good.
Always
You
good.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
that's the best way.
Yeah, guys. Again, if you can help, like, it is an expensive thing, and no matter how much money you have, I know people who rich
The cancer treatment.
and spend upwards of like $10 million in order to save them life. Okay, it's expensive. Like, trust me, you never plan for this. You're not planning for the worst, but the worst sometimes come. And like, as long as you can help and you're helping as much as you can, like sometimes it's good to ask for help. And they're asking for help. They've been doing it on their own, but they're asking people to come on board.
Put
and
your
that's
pride
it.
aside and ask.
Come on.
I'm sure they're gonna get the help they need.
Yeah. There was no need to say anything. Because I don't really like comments, And there's no need to say anything negatively about that. Like, he's using his platform and he's using his celebrity to offer aid and help to someone, and that's it. Just shut up. Shut up.
Facts. All right, so we're ending on a sad note, but that's it for Quik Fix. Thank you so much for watching.
Note.
Hopeful?
Yeah, man, hopeful. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Help our father.
True.
Yeah. Fuck cancer. Yeah, man.
True.
Yeah,
that's it. For
beer
Quik
badness
Fix.
back at that too with my
Jesus.
ski mask.
Yeah, you're in real artist mode now.
Yeah.
Like, I can rap now?
Yeah, you can rap.
That's...
No, rap it like rap.
Oh, wait.
Oh, yeah, put on my... Oh, God. Oh, jeez.
You guys are the worst.
We are the worst. Watch this. Does that take like 5 minutes tops? Jeez.
Yeah, too man.
Yeah.
That's it for Quik Fix, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, leave a comment down below.
Right there, so. Darkness.